Peace, beautiful beings. My name is Daniel Hussein. Welcome. In this video, we are talking about 7 ways to increase your vibration. Number 1, breathing. This is a foundational pillar when it comes to anyone's health. Just to give you an example of the importance of oxygen, 3 minutes without it is potential brain death. 5 minutes without it is potential death. Gone, finito. Finito. So breathing, it's free, it's quick, it's easy, it's efficient. That is one of the quickest and easiest ways to get an increase in your vibration. Also, breathing in clean, charged air. If you're living in a concrete jungle, chances are you're breathing in a lot of car fumes. So get out of there, get yourself into a park around some trees. The air is going to be negatively charged. When you breathe it, it's going to have a grounding, very calming effect on you. And it's going to bring you into a greater state of harmony and homeostasis. Number 2 is sleep. The second way you can increase your vibration is sleep. Did you know that sleep is the most anabolic state we can physically achieve? Catabolic is where our muscles break down. Anabolic is where our muscles heal. For any of you who do weightlifting or training, sleep is very important. Athletes as well are known to prioritize the sleep, putting it first, because if they're not sleeping, they're not recovering. And whereas just for general health and well-being, because of so much technology, I myself have suffered the consequences where it's easy to stay up so late. Maybe you're Netflixing, playing video games, spending your time on the phone. What you got to realize is the blue light being emitted from these devices keep us awake. They mess with our hormonal cycle. It suppresses the production of melatonin, which induces sleep. And so that's why I wear blue blocking glasses an hour before I sleep, so I get into a deeper state of sleep whilst I am asleep. So if you are having trouble sleeping, the last thing you want to do is go onto your phone or go onto the TV. So number 3, what can we do to increase our vibration? Number 3 is hydration. Stay away from the tap water, please, from the chlorine, from the fluoride, from the contaminants, the heavy metals, the rust, the bacteria. What you want to do is, if you can, get some local spring water. That is the best thing to do. If not, then bottled water is the next best option. You got Evian, Volvic, San Pellegrino is a high mineral rich content water. Whatever you can find, as long as it's not tap water, it will do you some good. And if that doesn't work for you, buy yourself a home filter where you're cleaning out the fluoride and the chlorine, and then add a pinch of Himalayan sea salt to give the water some electrolytes, and that water will keep you energized and going. It's a good way to pick you up. Our body is 70% fluid. It's not water, it's 70% fluid, and we need fluids with electrolytes to replace them and keep us in a positive charge. The 4th way to increase your vibration is nutrition. Now, the reason I said nutrition and not food is because what we label food as this day and age is food is anything that's packaged or if it comes from the ground. Whereas in my opinion, real food comes from the ground. When you have vegetables and fruits, they are electrically charged. They are rich in potassium, magnesium, calcium. These are electrolytes. Our heart, our brain, our cells, our organs, they all function through these different minerals which interact with each other. Like potassium and sodium work as a pump in our cells. It's not complex at all. When you have salt that's high in sodium, and then vegetables are rich in potassium, and these two counteract each other. And then you have magnesium and calcium. Magnesium's found in bones, it's found in milk, it's found in cheese. And then you got magnesium, which is the relaxing. Calcium is excitatory and magnesium is relaxing. So just to give you a brief understanding of the power of real foods, eat more real foods to increase your vibration. And also, Fasting every now and then is an excellent way for your body to cleanse itself, to clean up any damaged DNA, any damaged proteins. So the fifth way to increase our vibration is movement. I'm not telling you to go to the gym. I'm saying move. You do not have to go to the gym to be a healthy person. There's a book which talks about blue zones, and these are zones on the planet which people have the longest life expectancy. And one thing they've noticed is that people are always moving throughout the day. What you got to understand is runners, for example, end up having heart attacks in their 50s. Why? It's a lot of stress is long endurance running on the heart. And whereas what you look as well, if you look at bodybuilders in the later years, they struggle with bone issues. And so the answer is not to go extreme in one sport or exercise. It's about finding the balance. And the people in these blue zones who live the longest were doing activities throughout the day which required them to move, cleaning clothes, cleaning the vegetables, going for a walk, doing some chores around the house, going to walking through the village with friends and family, going for a drink, for a meal. So it's about changing your approach and your lifestyle to make it where you're moving more. Maybe instead of sitting on a couch, you might want to start sitting on the ground. Think about it. If you sat down on the floor every time you ate, that's like way more leverage with your hips and your legs when you're eating. And so it's the little things that count. So number 6, the sixth way we could increase our vibrational frequency, our vibration, is to meditate. Now, studies show that meditation is 5 times more healing and restorative than sleep. And I'm not telling you to go sit in a mountaintop, in a cave, meditating for hours on end. All you need is about 5 to 15 to 20 minutes. That is it. Less is more. It's about integrating these things into our lives, doing a little bit in the morning and a little bit right before you sleep. And this will calm your thoughts. It will calm your nervous system, and it will give it a chance to recuperate and direct its energy towards things which it needs to take care of. The 7th, and probably my favorite way of getting energy, is direct sunlight. Oh boy, do I love the sun. If you're like me living in England, I'm with you. We're suffering. When winter comes, we don't get it for like 6 months, but if you can get some sunlight, please get it. It's anti-cancerous. It activates youthful DNA, meaning that you're going to live longer with more sun exposure. And there's way more than just vitamin D from the sunlight. It regulates your hormones, it helps your adrenals, it helps with your guts. They've shown again and again people with many chronic illnesses are severely deficient in vitamin D. And people with weak bones as well. Remember, your bones need vitamin D, so does many other cells. So I highly suggest you get out, get some sunlight. If not, book yourself a holiday for a couple of weeks in Spain, Africa, soak up all of that sun and feel the joy and bliss. So I hope you learned a thing or two. 7 ways to increase your vibration. There's many more things, but these are some of the foundational things we can apply in our day-to-day lives to increase our vibration. It's the simple things. It's the simple things which will bring us the youthfulness and the vitality. Peace.